Hi friends, welcome back. So now we're gonna put one more enhancement to the project. So Teams allows us to actually do what is known as inbound uh, web notifications. So the idea is if any event happens outside of Teams and you want to let a particular set of people inside Teams know about it, then this is the technique to do it. It is called incoming webhook. That's kind of what the official terminology is. So to set that up, we need to log into Teams and kind of show you here. So you log into Teams and you can set up multiple channels. So in here, I have a dummy channel here created. Assume this is like a channel where all the sales people come in and they can get messages and take actions on them. So what I'm trying to set up here is like if you come down here, there's like three dots here next to the channel. So you need to go and click on connectors. Once you click on connectors, there'll be a bunch of connectors available. And then what we want to configure is this one, the incoming webhook. So when you come in for the first time, it will have this kind of an add button instead of the configure button. So first step is to actually take your channel and then you actually add that incoming webhook feature. So this you can kind of see send data from a service to your Office 365 group in real time, right? So it's almost like an event-driven integration that happens from outside of Teams into Teams, and then it sends messages into the channel. So I have already added it, and then you click on configure. When you click on configure, you will give a name here. You'll give a name, and you will hit create. So once you create that, it actually gives us a URL. I don't want to mess with this now, so I'm going to cancel that. It will actually give you a URL that you can copy, and that is the URL that we can actually use to post from the external application to let people know inside Teams via notification that something has happened. So what I have tried to do is we have this old web application, and the web application has different screens if you remember, and when you come to the payments page, I was just displaying a message saying that somebody paid X amount of dollars. So what I want to do is actually I want to take that event that has happened that a customer has actually paid and kind of relay that into this family team general post. So I'll kind of show the code that goes along with it. So the first thing we need to know is make sure that we have this webhook URL. That is the URL that we will get actually from configuring the webhook, incoming webhook. So once you do that, right, you get this URLs. You kind of keep that in the code. I've added it to the app.js in the front, so it's a pretty long URL, but that's kind of what you will see. And if you come kind of down a little bit, and there's a slash payment endpoint that you have created, and that is the one I'm adding this one to. So this, if you look at this one, yeah, I'm going to require Axios to actually do the post. But it's just pretty much all the old code that was there. You get the email from the request, credit card from the request, and the amount of the request. We'll also do the USB integration and post to the US Bank payment sandbox. But I have not done that yet. But what I want to demonstrate here is that once I do the payment, I'm actually doing an Axios post to that particular webhook URL, and I'm actually sending this text message, the same exact message that we are sending. I'm going to say customer email, this email and credit card, this one has paid so much dollars, right? And then it has to send an application type JSON, the headers. And as soon as you post this, it is going to create a message directly on the channel. So I'm going to quickly demonstrate that. So the idea is pretty clear, right? So the customer is doing payments, and then you want to keep the sales staff inside our organization updated on who paid and who did not pay or who declined, whatever. So we could use those as action items in the future. So that's the idea. This is just a quick demo of how we can do inbound webhooks, right? So if you come back here, the server is already started. And if you come back to the screens, you kind of see this was our URL. So this is our application. So we're back to the same application. Um, and you can pick any login here. It doesn't matter as long as you have a payment button. That's all matters. So you see this payment button. It's for $168 maybe, and then it's just the email is estelle12 at yahoo.com, right? So the moment I click on this payment button, and we will see this on our screen on the client side, which is the customer seeing it, that the payment has gone through. But on the team side, we can actually get a message also here. See, this message came at 2:15, which is around 2:16 later. So this message was posted into the channel via the Taxios post, and you can see that this was posted exactly the same thing that we saw on the screen is getting here. What the salesperson can do is he can actually click this, do more actions, and then you can actually create a task or create a work item or a Jira and do whatever, right? So that's the idea behind this process. So hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of how we can actually integrate from external applications into Teams, and this use case is like when the customer is paying money on the Teams customer side kind of application. We send a channel notification to our salespeople. So this is a family team. I have just two members here, but assume this is like a whole sales group getting emails, and they can do different tasks. Maybe if they decline it, maybe we can call them and see what's going on, or can we convince them to get the repairs done, etc. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this helps, and then we can integrate this into the main app and kind of see it all in action. Thank you.